Hey everyone, Matt here. Ever wondered what's floating above us besides the moon? For 50 years, we've built incredible homes in the sky, space stations. Today, we're diving into the wild, dramatic, and sometimes hilarious history of these orbiting outposts, from the very first to the latest. We'll uncover secret stories, cosmic mishaps, and the ultimate group projects that change space forever. So, buckle up. We're blasting off from the Cold War's first tin cans to today's modular cities in orbit. Let's get into it. Let's rewind to 1971. The US had just landed on the moon, but the Soviets had a new move. Salyut 1, the world's first space station. It was a single-module lab in low Earth orbit, basic by today's standards but revolutionary then. The first crew, Soyuz 10, docked but couldn't open the hatch. Imagine driving to your new house and forgetting the keys. The next crew, Soyuz 11, made it inside and spent 23 days on board, setting a new endurance record. They ran experiments on plant growth and Earth's atmosphere, pushing the limits of human spaceflight. Tragically, on their return, a valve failure caused depressurization, and all 3 cosmonauts died, the only humans to perish in space itself. This disaster led to major safety upgrades, like requiring pressure suits for launch and landing. Despite the tragedy, Salyut 1 proved humans could live and work in space for weeks. It was the bold first step in a new era of exploration. The Soviets had fired the starting gun, and now the world was racing to build homes among the stars. Salyut 1's legacy space stations were possible, and the future was in orbit. The US was ready to answer. The age of living in space had begun. Salyut 1 set the blueprint for every station that followed. The race was on. America's answer, Skylab, launched in 1973 using leftover Apollo hardware and the mighty Saturn V. Skylab was huge, a converted rocket stage turned into a science lab and living quarters. But disaster struck at launch. A shield and solar panel ripped off, leaving it overheating and underpowered. NASA's fix? The first crew became repair heroes, deploying a sunshade and freeing the jammed panel during daring spacewalks. 3 crews lived on Skylab for a total of 171 days, running hundreds of experiments on everything from the sun's corona to how spiders spin webs in zero-G. Skylab proved humans could thrive in space for months, laying the groundwork for future missions. But it wasn't built to last. No way to refuel or boost its orbit. After the last crew left in 1974, Skylab's slow fall to Earth began. It was a colossal leap for American space science. Skylab showed the world that space stations could be more than just survival. They could be productive, even fun. The lessons learned would shape every station to come. Skylab's story wasn't over yet. Its dramatic return would make headlines worldwide. America had joined the space station game in style. The era of long-term science in orbit had truly begun. But what goes up must come down. By 1979, Skylab was falling, literally. NASA tried to steer it into the ocean, but miscalculations sent debris over Western Australia. The world watched as fiery fragments rained down, waking up the town of Esperance with a cosmic fireworks show. No one was hurt, but souvenir hunters rushed to collect space junk. A local radio station even offered a prize for the first piece brought in. 17-year-old Stan Thornton cashed in, flying debris to San Francisco for a $10,000 reward. The town of Esperance cheekily fined NASA $400 for littering. NASA never paid. Skylab's fall was a global spectacle and a reminder, what goes up must come down. It was a wild, unforgettable chapter in space history. Space litter became a punchline, not a tragedy. The world moved on, but the lessons stuck. Space stations had to be built and retired more carefully. The Soviets leveled up with Mir, launched in 1986, the first modular space station. Mir started as a single core, then grew as new modules were added like giant Lego bricks. Over a decade, it became a sprawling 130-ton city in orbit. Mir hosted labs for astrophysics, materials science, and Earth observation. Life on board was cramped, noisy, and cluttered, but it was home. Crews celebrated birthdays, watched movies, and gazed at Earth. Mir survived disasters, a fire, a collision with a supply ship, and near depressurization. The crew's quick thinking saved the station more than once. Mir set the record for longest continuous human presence in space, nearly 10 years. It hosted 125 astronauts from 12 countries, proving international cooperation was possible. Mir was the bridge from Cold War rivalry to global teamwork. Its modular design inspired every station that followed. Mir showed the world how to build, live, and survive in orbit. It was the ultimate testbed for the future of space stations. The next step, working together on a truly global scale. The Cold War thawed, and the US and Russia teamed up for the Shuttle Mir program in the 1990s. American shuttles docked with Mir, and astronauts from both nations lived and worked together in space. The first handshake in orbit symbolized a new era of partnership. NASA gained vital experience with long-duration missions and Russian systems. Crews learned to overcome language and cultural barriers. The shuttle brought supplies and swapped out astronauts, extending Mir's life. This was the dress rehearsal for the International Space Station. The program proved complex, multinational operations could work. Lessons from Shuttle Mir shaped the design and teamwork of the ISS. It was the ultimate international road trip, setting the stage for humanity's biggest group project in space. The future of space stations would be built together. Enter the International Space Station, the most ambitious engineering project ever. Built by NASA, Roscosmos, ESA, JAXA, and CSA, it's a symbol of global cooperation. Construction began in 1998, piece by piece, with over 40 assembly flights. The ISS is massive, about the size of a football field, with living space for 6. Its solar arrays power the station and make it visible from Earth. Astronauts from 19 countries live and work there, running thousands of experiments in biology, physics, and medicine. They study microgravity's effects on the body, prepping for future Mars missions. Life on board is a mix of science, maintenance, and the occasional spacewalk. The ISS has been continuously inhabited for over 20 years, a peaceful outpost in orbit. It's a floating lab, a home, and a beacon of international partnership. The ISS proved what humanity can achieve together. Its legacy will shape the next generation of space exploration, but not everyone got an invite to this orbital party. The ISS is a global collaboration, but China isn't part of it. US law, specifically the Wolf Amendment, blocks NASA from working directly with China due to security concerns. The fear-sharing technology could boost China's military capabilities. As a result, Chinese astronauts, taikonauts, are excluded from the ISS. Some argue this protects security, others say it hinders science and progress. China, left out, decided to build its own station. Sometimes, if you're not invited to the party, you throw your own, and China's clubhouse would soon make headlines. China's answer, Tiangong, the Heavenly Palace. After testing with Tiangong 1 and 2, China launched the core of its permanent station, Tianhe, in 2021. In just 18 months, they added 2 lab modules, forming a T-shaped, state-of-the-art station. Tiangong is smaller than the ISS, but packed with modern tech and comfortable living quarters. China opened Tiangong to international experiments, partnering with the UN to include developing nations. It's a savvy move. China positions itself as a leader in inclusive space exploration. With the ISS set to retire around 2030, Tiangong could soon be the only station in orbit. The balance of space power is shifting. Tiangong marks a new chapter in human spaceflight. The story of space stations is far from over. The next era is just beginning. That's our whirlwind tour of humanity's homes in the sky, from Salyut 1 to the ISS and Tiangong. My favorite fact? Australia once fined NASA for Skylab debris. What surprised you most? The Mir fire, Skylab's DIY rescue, or something else? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for joining this orbital adventure. If you learned something, hit like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more deep dives into science and engineering. Until next time, keep looking up.